Glorious day to you, my friends. Today, we're going to talk about the number 26 and how it relates to the keys to abundance. So today, I have brought with me, can you see it? My my rose-colored glasses. Today we're going to take off our rose-colored glasses. We're going to see reality for what it is. And we're going to use that. And we're going to manifest with our true authentic selves. And what are the secrets of that? So brief little background. Today, February 18th, 2022, Spirit says, you're going to make a video on the number 26. And I'm going, yeah? What? Why? What's so special about 26? And we're going to let them speak too with light language. And so I went to angel numbers at first. And my favorite angel number website is Joanne's Sacred Scribes. She talks about 2 as it relates to duality, balance, harmony, service, adaptability. And then she goes on about cooperation, selflessness, faith, trust, divine life purpose. That's exactly all the stuff that they talk about on my channel here. And Venus and Mars are still in conjunction within 1 degree, inviting us to create that sacred marriage in our heart centers of divine right action in divine right timing. And the part of duality, the yin and the yang. But the interesting part here was the selflessness. Because when this 2 first came about, the one decided to experience contrast. But the truth is, and an osprey just swooped down and picked up. An osprey is an eagle that feeds on fish. So apparently, Spirit wants, and maybe we'll actually see it swoop in and catch a fish. An eagle is the ruler of the sky. Of the air. And the heart chakra, is associated with the earthly element of air. And so the eagle, the osprey, is the divine timing, because we're going to talk about the air and the water here. So, thank you, osprey. And it's now 5:26. And the number 6, is the Gaia number, the Mother Earth number. And she is nurturing. 6 is also has to do with love. And tarot, that's the lover's card. Which again is Venus and Mars. And this nurturing love also has to do with integrity. Gratitude, balance, harmony, and teaching. Exuding. Teaching by being present. And the gulls confirm. So we're here at Crescent Lake. And Spirit wanted me here on the east side so I can get the reflection of the sun, but the clouds are interfering. So then I went to Wikipedia and looked up the number 26, and there's so many interesting mathematical facts about 26. For the geeks in you, the mathematical geeks, go click on that link. Everything's down in the description below. It's the atomic number of iron. There's so many things. But that led me to Ramanujan. And Ramanujan was this super genius mathematician that paved the way for quantum mechanics, quantum physics. And his famous theorem and proof was if you add up all the numbers from 1 to infinity, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, it equals minus 1/12. Go figure that. Because intuitively, you're going, these numbers are getting larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. So if we take any of the partial sums, if we stop our counting, if we stop our adding, we come up with a larger number than all the numbers beforehand as the sum. Because we have observed the sum. We have observed the sum. But if we don't observe the sum, and we let the sum continue ad infinitum, we find out that all these positive numbers added together do not equal a positive number, does not equal infinity. It equals negative 1/12. Okay, anyway, there's a link to the video that explains the math behind it. On Math Blogger, I think, Math Logger. And that led me to the Casimir Effect. And how the wave principle and photons are created and destroyed and influence things. Now back to 26 here. So my taking away from Ramanujan was that the truth is not always intuitive. But if you click on that video and you watch it, you'll see that it actually is intuitive. And it's going to scare some of those people away. And interestingly, 26 also has to do with, in gematria, it's the sum of the tetranomagon, YHWH, which we interpret as Jehovah or Yahweh. It's another name of God. In Strong's Hebrew, Strong's Greek, gives 26. Agape, that divine love. So yes, we're going to talk about God. We're going to talk about love. And this sacred marriage is really the this divine love that's in our hearts, and how it can permeate every aspect of our manifestations, our view of the world, our view of reality, so that we stop looking at the world as we would like to see it. So we're going to go contrary to we're going to go contrary to Abraham Hicks' teaching about the law of attraction. And then we're going to come back to it. Trust me, we're going to come back to it. Because it's our ego, it's our minds, it's our human minds that want to manifest what we want to manifest. And it's our human minds that puts all this attachment on our manifestations and keeps it away from us. The activity on Crescent Lake is just so amazing. It's a little distracting. Just like our ego and our mind and what we think we want to create. What we think serves us. Oh, and then back to the Casimir Effect. As this duck totally confirms. They talk about the magical 0-point energy. Or 0-point manifestations. So basically, we're talking about surrendering to God. We made 2 other videos, but they're going to bring it all together here in this video about surrender. But we're also going to talk about the chakras. Because then Spirit started talking to me about, look up the number of petals on the chakras. And I'm like, okay, so I'm looking for 2s, 6s, and then 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 has to do with manifestation and abundance. In this duality and union, because the 2 also has to do with the sacred union, the sacred marriage, with this love, the sacred love. And how can we bring this sacred love into our relationships and our manifestations and into our mindsets. So interestingly, there are 2 petals in the third eye chakra. And there are 6 petals in Svadhishthana, the sacral chakra, where the self is established. And the third eye is the light chakra. The light chakra, which is now blocked because it's blocked by illusion. And Svadhisthana is the water chakra. And there are 8 petals in the Hrit chakra, the higher heart chakra. Some people call it the lower heart chakra. We're just going to lump it in with the heart chakra because Hum is the Bij mantra for the higher heart chakra, for the Hrit chakra, ascend, rise. And this whole thing about 26 is let us rise out of our mindset of a human being and rise through our heart center, and surrender to the surrender to God, surrender to the mind of God, and applying that to all of our chakras, surrendering to the foundation of God, and then moving up to sacral chakra, surrendering to the self of God, moving up, surrendering to the will of God, surrendering to the heart of God, the love of God, moving up the sound, surrendering to the sound of God or the truth of God. Because the throat chakra is the sound chakra and the chakra of truth, our own truth, and the truth of this reality. And then up to the third eye, the insight of God, the mind of God, the thought process of God, the light of God, because it is the light chakra. And then the crown. It is the abundance of God. It is all that is. It's access to all that is. And we don't have to use the word God. If God, why are you on my channel if you don't want to use the word God? We can talk about the universe. We can talk about your source within. The source of your essence is God. God is simply a word. Now let's expand. Because the solfeggio frequencies and the secrets of 369 have a key role to play in this of 26. Because the two petals of the third eye chakra, that's 852 hertz. It's awakening your intuition or returning to spiritual order. That's the order of God. It's the order of the universe. It's the true order of the universe. In the heart chakra, 639 hertz, it's reconnecting and balancing relationships. That's every relationship that we have. That's our relationship with ourself. It's a relationship with every other being, every other entity that is out there. It's everything that's external is that relationship. It's our relationship with the universe. And then 417 hertz, the sacral chakra, facilitating change, and accepting yourself, accepting your true self, accepting the truth of the matter. And the third eye is the light chakra. The heart is the air chakra. And the sacral chakra is the water chakra, and the air, and the water, and the light. They make a rainbow. And that's God's promise. It will never flood the earth. It will never inundate us with energy or any experience that we cannot handle, that we're not ready to handle. And interestingly, those three chakras are the center chakra in each of the solfeggio triangles of the different digits. Which is the heart of the 369, the secrets of the 369. And it's surrendering to this idea of who you think you are, what everybody else is telling us, who we are and allowing our true authentic selves, that awesomeness that's inside of us, to live through us. Because God has such a bigger plan for us than we could ever think of. And somehow I got to the Bhagavad Gita, Niyaratakata. Bhagavada Gita. The Song of God. This devotion to the highest aspects of ourselves, this devotion to this divine love in every aspect of us. To see reality for what it is, and not this ugly place of violence and distrust and discord and disharmony. It's seeing each and every buddy else as the divine essence that they truly are, that they're on their own path, that they are manifesting just like you, and the universe is supporting them 100%, just like it is supporting you, because what you give out to the universe is what you get back. You put out frustration to the universe gives you things to be frustrated about. You put out that divine love, the universe will give you back proof that there is divine love out there in the universe, and that the universe loves you so much. The universe kept talking about, or spirit, they kept leading me back to pratyahara. The withdrawal of the senses. Because the Song of God is talking about what happens when you surrender, what happens when you fully are devoted to this divine love and the beauty in each and every one of us. Talks about the material nature of the world, the Hari, and then you're only interacting with a small segment of God's creation, of all that is. If you only interact with the physical, and that the superior energy, the Jiva Shakti, the Om, the holy fire, is the true basis of life. It's the spiritual energy that is yet to be manifest. And how that relates to the Hari and the Om, the Mula Mantra. Satchitananda, the mind of bliss, the mind of God. Because if we have this mind of bliss, if we allow the mind of God, if we allow the mind of God to live through us, this bliss, God has so many names, an infinite number of names. Love, light, bliss, But this joy, this bliss is our litmus test. Kuchukanawaya kasananira hatakaskananahata diara. To unlocking the secrets, to manifesting from pure joy. Nira takashkananira tata. And then the selfishness, because one way of thinking and interacting with the law of attraction is to be selfish. In some ways that's true, but in other ways it's how can we be of service to all that is and everyone else that we see out here? We can be of most service by being fully present and allowing that light to shine through us, because when we are fully present, we are so abundant, and that acts as a reminder for everybody else that they are abundant. And then they can manifest abundantly. They can manifest with joy. They can live with joy. They can live with the heart of God, with that mind of God, with that mind of bliss. We're into our 26th minute. And they want me to finish up with some light language. Nahaha nahati kachikuro utakawaha nahataki tikachikara hatatiriarna. Kasahanana arhatatieta. Shakatakaskanaranata kataki tikiskari hatatira. Kushaha na tiartakaskana. Kutukur hatawata chikarisa. Inaharhareti sayati tiarna hatu. Shahaya eitka hananira ya. Katahina tahati tikiariara the kahayato. Kasahatakatira nata tatira takashkananata kataka. Harahaskanati tikitira takatakuha. Katitikata rianahatakariarta kaskanaha takatakwa. Hisanani hata hachiera haka. Hatakarita dinara takachir watukuhuna. Kasahatari arnahatakachikihaya. Katana harhatati tikishkati tikatiarnahanataria. Kashakaharhatata titakanariata. Kuskanati tikichariarnahatatiti. Kasahatakatakatakariara. Kushahanananiriartakanananiara. Kishiniartahatakatkanihisa sahiatariara. Kusahanata kariatakatikarskarhatigata. Kashahata tiarnaradagare. Hutukur hotata kanananiarataka. Kashihisa ateniaratakatiriarataka. Kochuhuna atata kariaratiada. Kashahata tidiatakaya. Kutukur hota ratakatakaraskanare takati. Kishikiara nahatakatiara tahayata. Kushahana he. Atakati aranahatahayata. Kashahata takata. Niriaratakana yarataka. Kushakaya taturu hutukachiki. Nisakana hatakatitaka. Kuchahara hatati kanayarana hata. Iskananiniera hatakatiara takatiarata. Namaste.